Valentino Summers and wave runners. Chains on my niggas like slave runners. Drug dealers anonymous. How many Madonnas can that monster fit? My brick talk is more than obvious, it's ominous. Garage is the phantom, ghouls, ghosts, and goblins. Blonde mohawk, the collection, I'm Dennis Rodman. The money count is the only moment of silence, cause hush money balances all this drugs and violence. Hat trick under my mattress. Date I stop steal has an asterisk after it. After all, I can make a call, I can baptize a brick as I wash away my sins like a Catholic. Who the fucking master this? America's nightmares and Flint. Children of a lesser God when your melanin's got a tint. And I can't even mention what I sent or what I spent, cause my name in 18 wheelers is evidence. I put my booze in them cruise collection, like's a bitch, A to Z on her shoe collection. Take your pick, paid in full like 86 G's on my body. The new Gucci has less monogram, God's got it. Let he without sin cast the first stone. So I built that all glass quad level first home. Shatter all of your misconceptions, hold all of the missing weapons. You thought I would miss my blessing, the ultimate misdirection.
Your husband was a drug dealer. For 14 years, he sold crack cocaine.
Federico Fellini in the flesh. Sergio Cicchini inside his mesh. Bitch, I've been bracking since the 80s. Google me, baby, you crazy. 89 in London pulling bins up. Type it in, Google's your friend, bruh. 14-year drug dealer and still counting. Who deserves the medal of freedom is my accountant. He been hula hooping through loopholes, working round shit. IRS shoulda had the townhouses surrounded. Thanks to the lawyers, I marbled the foyer, I tore the floor up, yeah, that's for the koi fish. We been dining on oysters. I walked through the garage, it's like multiple choices. I told him pull a Royce up, I'm getting ghosts. I'm hearing noises, I think it's the boys, but I've been banging the Deutsch. We got storefronts, we got employee stubs. We've been opening studios and 40/40s up. The paper trail is gorgeous. Cases we bury some before a reasonable doubt drop. The jury hung. Bling bling. Every time I come around your city, bling bling. My tenure took me through Virginia. Ask Teddy Riley about me. Ask the federales about me. Try to build a cell around me. Snatch my nigga Emery up. Try to get him to tell about me. He told 12, give me 12. He told him to go to hell about me. Drug dealers anonymous. Y'all think Uber's the future? Our cars been autonomous. Mules move the drums. Take them to different spots. We just call the shots by simply moving our thumbs. I'm a course of miracles with this shit. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Therein lies the peace of God. I always knew I was a prophet, but I couldn't find a decent job. Life made me ambidextrous. Counting with my right, whipping white with my left wrist. Damn, Daniel. FBI keep bringing them all white vans through.
Hey, Norm Tone Bot. We back, Ratchet Gang. We back with another one. We back with another banger. Get the likes up. Look, you might have forgot. Hell, they might have forgot. But you already know it's the king. Too loyal, Norm Tone Bot, Ratchet TV. Hey, y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. Get the likes up if you in the building. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell so you can get the drop whenever I drop. All right, so boom. Man. We got to talk, Ratchet Gang. We got to chop it up. Look, tonight we got to chop it up about Katt Williams, Steve Harvey. We got to chop it up about Bernie Mac, the sacrifice of a lot of Hollywood elites, a lot of black celebrities. Look, man, I gotta cover this story, but I gotta put my Ratchet TV spin on it, so you already know what it is, man. So y'all know how I get down. I know other people cover whatever, but they don't cover it like me. So make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all drop a super chat, super sticker, whatever. If you support the channel, or Cash App $Ratchet TV. Salute to Godson for that 20-piece McNugget. Now that's how you start off the show. You got to start off one with a 20-piece McNugget. I mean, the only thing better than that is a 50 or a 100. I'm just saying, hey, keep that a big buck. But salute to guys, son, on that 20-piece McNugget. But we got to chop it up, man. It's been a lot of stuff going on since Katt Williams, you know what I'm saying, came out the woodworks to reclaim his throne that Charleston White tried to take. Charleston White been running around here trying to be a spin of Ratchet TV, you know what I'm saying? A few other people he been watching on YouTube. And then he been really trying to be Katt Williams. Whatever. But Katt Williams is back. He trying to reclaim that throne. Katt Williams going on a tour right now. Katt Williams is on tour and he is telling everything. So we definitely got to talk about some of the stuff Katt Williams been talking about. We also got to get into the Steve Harvey and Bernie Mac situation, because Katt Williams and a lot of other comedians, whatever you want to call them, certain few comedians, they are not they not rocking with Steve Harvey. A lot of people been trying to expose him for a long time. But if you look at him and Monique, when Monique finally spoke out against the industry, salute Lisa on that Cash App 20-piece. I appreciate you, Lisa. Salute for that 20-piece on Cash App. Salute Brown Skin Girl for that 10-piece super sticker. Salute Kelly on that 10-piece on Cash App as well. Salute to y'all. I appreciate y'all for all the love. Salute. I love you. I love y'all. All right, but a lot of comedians don't rock with Steve Harvey, and they've been trying to expose him. Monique was trying to expose a lot back then, and Kevin Hart and Steve Harvey and a few other people did not come to her defense when they knew whatever. And Steve Harvey basically said, "Look, we in the money game. I got to do what I got to do." He basically told everybody, "I sold my soul a long time ago. I gotta go with the agenda. Whatever they talking about, that's what I'm rolling with." So Kevin Hart, he was trying to what was it, Kelly Clarkson, when she was over there trying to expose some stuff. Look, these dudes, these comedians are the gateway to a lot of stuff. You got to think about this, because who was up next after them? I told y'all it was DC Young Fly and a couple other people. Look at DC and his situation. What ended up happening? I'm just saying a lot of shit was weird surrounding that DC Young Fly situation. I'm just saying it is what it is. That we covered that over here. If you was around, you seen it. If not, whatever. But we got to chop it up about all this, because all this stuff aligns. They use these comedians to push agendas. But Katt Williams never was gonna bend and never was gonna fold. They tried to get rid of Katt Williams. They tried to do everything under the sun besides smoke him. They tried everything. They tried to use, he was a crackhead. He was this. He's crazy. Whoop-de-whoop. Man. man. All right. Well, they tried to use everything allegedly, and everything I say is alleged, and it's all under the Fair Use Act. And you can see the fair use disclaimer in the description of this video. And in the description of all my videos, this is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. This is just to educate my people on what we've been covering over here. Like I said, it's all under the Fair Use Act, and you can see the fair use disclaimer in the description of this video. And everything I say is alleged. Allegedly, y'all. All right. Well, they like to use these comedians and they like to push agendas with them, but they like to give them a lot of money. And you start to look at certain people's situations. When Kevin Hart said he came up in Philadelphia, he was allegedly coming up in California at the same time. He was supposed to be doing all these whoop-de-whoops out there in Philly. Look, no one knows where the fuck Kevin Hart came from. I'm gonna be real. Kevin Hart's story is a little sketchy. Katt Williams says he's a plant. Do y'all agree that well, I do. I'm gonna be real. Kevin Hart is, the dude ain't funny. I'm sorry. The dude is not funny. He just like one of your, he's just like a funny homeboy you got. Like, he's not stand-up comedy funny. He's like one of them funny homeboys that make you laugh, like at the cookout or something. Like, he's funny like that. Like, he cool to like crack a few jokes, you know what I'm saying? Makes a couple people laugh in the party. but he ain't like Madison Square Garden funny to me. He ain't no Eddie Murphy. He ain't no Richard Pryor and all of the above. Whoop de whoop de whoop. But Katt Williams is. And Katt Williams, they've been stealing. They were stealing everything from Bernie Mac. They were stealing everything from Katt Williams. These comedians literally are like vultures and they will sacrifice you. And this is a dirty, dirty, dirty game that these people been playing in the comedy game. And I just been watching stuff like I've been like, why the comedians be moving gangster? Like it'd be weird, and you start to see all the fugazi stuff that they going through behind the scenes. And a lot of that shit start to make sense, man. So look, what I want y'all to do right now, man, I need everybody in the building to go ahead and spark up their CBD. Go ahead and pour up your favorite beverage, orange juice, preferably mix in whatever, whatever. I need everybody in the building to go ahead and get dinner off the stove, get dinner out the oven, get dinner out the microwave. You know what I'm saying? Get your snacks ready, get your Cheez-Its. It's gonna be some Carly Russell bullshit going on over here tonight. Get your Cheez-Its ready, get your snack cakes, your ice cream, cookie candies, get your popcorn. It's about to be loose. So, ladies, you already know, get your husbands out the way and tell them to sit his ass down and learn something tonight. You already know this the voice that makes the ladies moist. Big Ratchet, RatchetTV, Tone Bite. So let me know in the chat, have y'all been keeping up with the Katt Williams story? Let me ask y'all a question in the chat. Hold on, let me do a poll. Have you kept up with the Katt Williams story? Have you kept up with the Katt Williams story? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. Who's caught up to speed on what the hell Katt Williams been having going on here recently? Because he been going viral. His name is hot right now. He is trending everywhere. Katt Williams, he back on top. That's all I gotta say. Katt Williams is back on top. Have y'all been keeping up with all this shit though? Let me know in the chat. I'm gonna keep that poll going. But we gonna play some videos and we gotta chop it up about a whole bunch of shit. We gotta talk about Katt Williams and a whole bunch of and a whole list of other comedians. And just all I can say is just stick around because we gonna land the plane. We gonna be all over the place tonight. I'm gonna be real with y'all. We gonna be all over the place, exposing a lot of shit. I just been seeing a lot of shit, and we gonna chop it up about some shit. So let's keep it going. Get the likes up. You know what I'm talking about? All right, I'm gonna share my screen. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure y'all smash the like button, though, man, because y'all been a little bit loose on the likes. So Katt Williams went on Willie D. He went on Willie D. And let's take some of that footage from Willie D. Let's talk about this. Let's chop it up about this game.
Katt Williams clears the air and goes in on Ali Siddiq. With your Ali Siddiq, if it wasn't for the information that I know in my intel, I would be a fan of his like everybody else. Who wouldn't be a fan of a young black storyteller that's done time and loves his family and is a hometown guy? Like, why would he ever have any enemies in comedy?
Salute to Tanya Lee on that two-piece. I appreciate you, Tanya Lee. Salute.
It's ludicrous. But if you pick the actual king, then make sure that your story is correct. And unfortunately, his story is not correct. No matter what he says, he never met me. He made it disrespectful that a security guard that was 6'7" reached over him to pay him, not mentioning the fact that he got paid for not doing anything.
Well, let's start at the beginning of the Reliant thing.
I don't know if I want to.
I'm gonna start, and then you can do what you want to do.
Fair enough.
But I think for the sake of the audience knowing, just
tell them who Ali
Siddiq
is.
What we're talking about. Ali Siddiq is a comedian from Houston. That's based in Houston.
A very fine comedian.
Very fine comedian. Yeah. Now, Ali said that he went to Reliant Arena and he was on the same show as you. He showed up, and they.
Have y'all heard of the Ali Siddiq and Katt Williams story? Like I said, it's a whole bunch of comedian beef. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, somebody in the comedy game going to get knocked off in 2024. I'm just going to let y'all know that right now. Just remember, I said somebody gone in 2024 out the comedy game. I don't know who it's gonna be, but it's gonna be a pretty big name. That's all I'll say.
The security stopped him from entering the building, and they said, and then somebody told him Katt didn't want you to come in, and then at some point somebody else came and gave him a check. Another security person reached over somebody's shoulder and gave him a check. He said that the people that were the working security locked arms to prevent him from walking inside of the building. And he thought that, you had a problem with him. And he said he didn't know why you had a problem with him. And to this day, he don't know why you have a problem with him.
And this is some Houston beef. And they send Willie D in. Wasn't we just talking about Willie D? Last night, as a matter of fact, while shit was going on, we was talking about Takeoff, and Willie D came up in the Takeoff case. So stay woke on the Houston situation with Willie D and Jay Prince and them.
That was the.
It'd be nice if that was the story. So now, if that's the story, then let me see if I got this correct. A guy I've never met was supposed to be doing a show with me. And I got so angry, even though I hadn't met him, that I had security keep him out of the building. See, that's the problem with lies. They're faulty from their inception, sir. I'm the person in the story that doesn't have a grudge to feel. I don't care why I didn't like Katt Williams. I would get to the bottom of it. This is not one of those stories. First of all, the actual truth of this matter is, every city that I go to, I already have the comedians who are opening up for me. Not just this tour, but for the 17 100 city tours previous to this.
Do y'all think that they about to try to run another smear campaign or try to do another humiliation ritual with Katt Williams? Because last time he got real vocal, I thought they had Katt shook for a minute. This is my dog, man. I really rock with Katt Williams, but I felt like they had him shook because he just shut up for a long time and said, I don't want to get bit no more. You know what I'm saying? I didn't got stung enough times. When you go up the hornet's nest, you get stung enough times. You don't want to get stung no more. Now all of a sudden he back doing it. So I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know, Katt, man. This is a dangerous game you playing, but hey, get them coins while you can, man. Get them coins.
I never go to the city and go, hey, do you guys have some comics here? I'd like to add them to my show. I just don't do it. I travel with the comedians that are coming to your city. We're one unit and one team when we come. That is to let you understand that no comic was fin to come join us that evening because there isn't space for it. I still have to do an hour at the end of this. There's a limited amount of time. So we could just start there. Second of all, I don't care where you're from.
Salute Manda says, I'm trying to send a larger amount, but YouTube ain't letting you. Well, you can always go $RatchetTV. You can always send it to my Cash App. Salute to you for the 5-piece, though. I appreciate you. Salute. Hey, if you got to send it 5 at a time, I ain't doing no tripping. Get it out. Salute to you, though. I love you. Thank you. Salute.
The venue is, how cool you are with the people that work there. Katt Williams show means Katt Williams show. That means don't nothing move but the money. There ain't no loud talking and voice raising and, how dare you? How dare you? Let me look on the advertisements and see, do I see your name or face, sir, whoever you may be? Where would you even get the entitlement to be having this question? This is like me insisting that the Lakers put me on as a starter. And I won't take no for an answer. It's ridiculous. You don't even play in our league. And that's before I knew who you were. Now that I know who you are, I'm just ashamed because you took something personal that couldn't have been personal. I didn't meet you. That's how it would have gone if I wasn't there, because the truth is I wasn't there. All of this happened before I got there.
What happened with the check when the security guy gave him
when
the check?
when I asked what the person had said, I said, well, I don't understand. I don't understand why he's so angry. What did he say to you? He said, I'm supposed to be on this show.
So do y'all think Katt Williams is lying, or do y'all think the Ali Sadiq dude is lying? Because they saying Katt Williams and kicked some dude off his damn show. He don't want nothing to do with this dude in Houston. He got beef. He got smoke. So they sending these Houston people to ask Katt Williams some questions. It's kind of like they almost pressing him in a real, you know what I'm saying, subtle kind of way. It's like a subtle press. Like you kind of like, who is this dude? Like, who the fuck you talking about? I ain't never met this dude. If he got, this is some clout chasing shit, but it sounds like you trying to get your man shit off by asking him this shit on the interview. I'm just saying, though. Stay woke.
I said, well, maybe he was expecting to get some sort of a payment, and now he thinks he doesn't get to get paid because we already have a tour. I wouldn't want that. Pay him for performing. So he got the check of the performer. This is what he's angry about. Imagine the audacity. Remember, your story is that I'm kicking you the fuck out. Get out and lock arms and don't let him in. And paying you? Make it make sense, King.
So,
Either you.
So who's lying here, yo? This story is all over the place, man. So why I'm still confused. Why the hell did you pay the man? I don't know, man. I'm just as confused as everybody else in this building right now, man. I don't know why the hell he paid him, but let's continue. Let's listen to the story.
You're smaller than I think, or I'm bigger. Either one. Like, you can't keep positioning the narrative, because that's all this is. This is so that in a conversation in America, there'll be something where he and I are evenly linked. And only people in his hometown are floating that narrative. I'm really him.
You don't believe that there's, under any circumstances, that, you know, you and Ali can come to a resolution, just be cool? You know, like,
You've just talked to me. You know, I don't have a bone in this.
Yeah.
I don't have a bone in this.
So if I got him on the phone, you talk to him?
I would have gave him the celebrity boxing match he asked for if I thought he was a celebrity.
Oh, come on, man. You know Ali a celebrity. Come on,
sir.
Kat.
I'm not talking. I didn't mean that disparagingly. Yeah. I meant that in ticket sales, my nigga. Ticket sales. That's what I meant. I mean, I'm doing 7,000 in your hometown while you go do 300. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm talking statistics.
And that's your homeboy. Look at him. Look. That's the look of a man who's mad as hell right now. They trying to line Katt Williams up right now. They definitely looking to line Katt Williams up right now. Salute to Antoinette Young. Hey, Ratchet, I believe. Cat, salute to you, Antoinette Young. I appreciate that 20-piece McNugget. Salute. They said numbers don't lie. Now he popping this shit. He's supposed to. But look at him. This dude, look, this is a true hater right now. He even got the interview of a lifetime, but he'd rather talk about his homeboy getting on the phone for some weird. I'd be like, I'm not talking to your homeboy. I don't got nothing to say to this dude. I don't know him. Ain't gonna know him. Don't want to know him. That's how I would be. I swear I'd be the same way Cat is, bro. I'm not talking to nobody. Who is he? He is not on my level. We don't need to have no conversation. I paid the man and move on. He was a worker.
I'm talking about the biggest and baddest thing going. And you, a person trying to get in, why would you be mad? It's ridiculous. I'm offended. I'm offended. Why? Because even if it's celebrity boxing, I need you to sell tickets too. I need you to sell these pay-per-view numbers, my nigga. I know I'm bringing it. It's more people that want to see me get laid out by you. And the fact that an upstanding and righteous gentleman like yourself is in that position with the only thing trying to be righteous in our lane is just more machinations of the devil. You should have a much better backstory when you pick me as an opponent.
You know what, man? I'm glad you at least addressed it. Because
when you talk to him and tell him what the truth is, he won't be able to refute it. I told you earlier, he doesn't know this. How could he know? It's okay for you to think that I'm that way, but there are 30,000 known comedians in America that you could have went to, and they would have told you, this is against my character. I am known for confronting my issue head up, be it Satan or his affiliates. I don't care if you 6'6". I don't care if it's 5 of you. I don't care if I'm guaranteed an L. I don't care if you put a gun in my face. I don't care about none of that. I care about doing the right thing as I see it in that moment.
Yeah, he didn't want to hear that shit. He didn't want to hear that. But that's just to start off with Katt Williams, man. We got a whole bunch more. I'm talking about a whole bunch more, man. We got a long list of shit that we finna cover over here tonight. That's like I said, that's just the beginning, but let's go back to a time. Hold on, let's go back to a time because where's that video at? Here it go right here because they've been doing this shit to Katt Williams, man. They've been trying to line him up for quite some time. Last time we remember Katt Williams was out there telling the truth. He was like looking like
let they find guns and drugs now.
Drugs?
That's what it was reported.
Sir, you can look at my paperwork. There was no drugs. Weed is not a drug.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that's safe for kids to be around guns and stuff like that? I mean, I'm just curious.
How do you keep this kid safe without guns? They were in a lockbox that the police broke.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm saying if the police come in and raid my place and break into my gun boxes, you're gonna find guns. But these aren't. Well, I'm not in a gang. What difference does it make?
Now, you were actually stopped for this and let go because you have a license for it.
No,
right?
This is their 9th time coming to my house. The problem was this time they came to my office and took my kids from an office, not from my house, from an office. So now when I can't have my kids at my office,
that's an issue.
I must be
the
most terrible black dude. Because here's the whole thing. You're going to charge me with child endangerment after I adopted 7 children and had them for 14 years in this state? Really? You coming after my kids now? Because it was already a witch hunt. Now you want my babies? Yikes.
That's wild, man. That's wild, Katt.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, shit. I'm sure you want this year to go.
Thank you, David.
I'm sure you want this year to finish up, man. Do you have any resolutions or something you might do different next year?
Yeah, I'm gonna be white next time. In my next life, I'm Caucasian, and I ain't taking no for an answer. And let me explain something to you. I know it's people doing poorly in this country.
Yeah.
And they shot Trayvon Martin dead for looking kind of like I look.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King and Malcolm X ended up dead for telling the truth. So as a comedian, I don't think it won't happen to me. I think they've thrown me in jail 36 times in 36 months. And I think you've never seen me in a court of law. That means they're effing with me. And today they crossed the line because now they took my babies.
All right, man. Well, Katt, we wish you luck, man.
And luck is unnecessary. Thank you.
Have a good night. Thank you, brother.
Man. So as you see there, yeah, Katt Williams, they've been trying to mess with him for quite some time. They've been harassing him. They've been trying to line him up. But all the rest of these comedians that are there's some gatekeepers in comedy. So let's go ahead and let's look at this shit real quick. Hold on. Let's look at this. Man. Salute to who is that? Salute to Amanda Wilson for that 5-piece. I appreciate you, Amanda. Salute.
Bruce used to tell me, Bruce used to tell me, once you get funny, your ass gonna be on no more shows. Cause they ain't gonna want you, they don't wanna work that hard. I went on stage, got standing ovation. He come right behind me, got a standing ovation too.
Okay.
When we got in the car to come back to Atlanta.
Before his untimely passing, comedian Tyler Craig seems to have spilled the beans on the clandestine gatekeeping shenanigans in the comedy scene. Fearlessly exposing the industry's secrets, he allegedly even dropped the names of some high-profile gatekeepers, with none other than Steve Harvey making the cut. Tyler held nothing back as he pulled back the curtain on the darker side of comedy. So what did the late comedian say? You see, the concept of gatekeeping is not limited to Hollywood. It permeates various entertainment industries, including the world of comedy and stand-up. In comedy, like in other creative fields, gatekeeping can be a significant issue, where influential individuals or groups dictate who gets opportunities and who doesn't based on their personal preferences and visions for the industry. Comedy by its nature is highly subjective. What one person finds funny, another may not. This subjectivity makes the comedy industry particularly susceptible to gatekeeping, as those with influence can shape the landscape according to their own tastes and sensibilities. During an interview with Comedy Hype, comedian Tyler Craig shared intimate details about the comedy industry, shedding light on what he perceives as gatekeeping. His insights, particularly concerning his experiences with renowned comedian and media personality Steve Harvey, provide a compelling perspective on the challenges that aspiring comedians face in their pursuit of success. Craig began by recounting an incident where Harvey's production company taped his performance on Comic View. Despite receiving acclaim for his comedic prowess, Craig found himself in an unexpected situation when Harvey extended an invitation for him to perform in the Bahamas.
So, as you see, Steve Harvey, he been playing a weird ass game too, because allegedly him and Lori, they got some other shit going on. That's a story for another day. Salute Manda sent me a 25 on Cash App. It says, hold on. It says, please, hold on. It says, what? I don't even know who it said. Please read my IG DM. Okay, I got you. I will read it as soon as I get a chance. So I appreciate you for that 25 on Cash App. Salute to you. I appreciate you. Salute. But yeah, Steve Harvey been having some weird stuff going, and allegedly he's one of the gatekeepers. I'm telling y'all, Steve Harvey, he been got down. Steve Harvey, if you go look at Steve Harvey before he got any money, Steve Harvey was dusty, and that's definitely a hairpiece. I'm just gonna be that when he came into the game with that mini box fro, that was definitely a hairpiece. Everybody in comedy know that. That was a well-known secret around Hollywood that they dressed Steve Harvey up. And Steve Harvey been got down. He couldn't act. He couldn't do nothing. Steve Harvey stole all the jokes from everybody around the comedy game and gained his success whenever he sold his soul. But let's continue.
The offer, a meager $300 for a week-long commitment, placed Craig in a dilemma. Fueled by familial responsibilities, Craig made the difficult decision to decline Harvey's offer, expressing the financial constraints that such a commitment would impose. However, this refusal did not sit well with Harvey, revealing a side of the comedian that Craig found disconcerting.
He got mad because I stood up for that, and I wouldn't know no shows with Steve or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. But it taught me that people want to see how bad you want stuff.
According to Craig, these alleged gatekeepers make up-and-coming comedians very desperate so that they can put you in a position of doing anything for them.
People want to see how bad you want stuff before they get it, so they can put you in a position of, you know what I'm saying, hey, I call him, he'll do anything.
The conversation expanded into a broader discussion on gatekeeping within the comedy industry, with Steve Harvey becoming a central figure in the discourse. According to Craig, influential personalities like Harvey often assess aspiring comedians to gauge their determination before extending opportunities. This evaluation, Craig suggests, places comedians in a vulnerable position, where their willingness to comply can set the tone for future interactions.
Man. All right. We're going to continue that. But do y'all believe Steve Harvey is one of the gatekeepers in the comedy game? Because the kings of comedy with some BS as well, man. But we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to a lot of stuff later with the Bernie Mac situation as well. Just wait till I start with the Bernie Mac shit. We just warming up right now with some of the Steve Harvey shit, but we gonna get into it in a minute.
Actions. Emphasizing the importance of maintaining personal standards and unwavering principles, Craig offered advice to fellow comedians, encouraging them to prioritize their values over individual personalities.
That's why I was saying, man, then you have to have a standard.
Yeah.
Be weak for the standard and not for the person.
The most revealing segment of the interview unfolded as Tyler Craig shared testimonials from peers who had also experienced Steve Harvey's demeanor. One noteworthy story involved Craig's friend Garvin, a chef who had invited Harvey to a housewarming party. Despite the chef expressing gratitude, Harvey's behavior took an unexpected turn when he dismissed Garvin's invitation to appear on his radio show, deeming it less significant than a potential appearance on a grander platform.
He said, I'm coming on your radio show. He said, oh, I thought you could come on the big show. I was like, wow. And then he turned around and turned his back and looked at the wall until G left.
Steve Harvey is indeed one of the comedians who has been known for his role in shaping the comedy landscape. He became a prominent figure in the comedy world through his stand-up performances and television work, including The Steve Harvey Show. However, it's essential to remember that while Steve Harvey may have had an influential role in comedy, he's just one example of many comedians who have wielded power and influence in the industry. Steve Harvey's influence extended not only to comedy, but also to hosting and entertainment, as he hosted the long-running game show Family Feud and was a radio host. While Harvey's success in comedy and entertainment allowed him to open doors for many aspiring comedians, it's also true that such influence can be used to shape the direction of the comedy industry and, in some cases, exclude those who don't align with a particular vision.
Exactly. So as soon as somebody goes against the agenda, they send somebody like Steve Harvey in to try to push them in the right direction. If that don't work, they got to get kicked out the game. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Hart was one of the people who got down. Katt Williams was one of the people who was not willing to, and you see what they did with him. But see, people like Cedric and Steve Harvey and them, they got down. Bernie Mac wasn't with it. That a lot of people don't know. Bernie Mac didn't rock with Steve Harvey at all, and there was allegedly a whole bunch of smoke on that tour because Steve Harvey kept stealing all Bernie Mac shit. He said by the time he used to get on stage, all his jokes was told. Every time he get on stage, by the time he said he had to get up there and just start freestyling because he didn't know what the fuck to talk about because everybody was stealing all this shit. And Bernie Mac was been exposing all these people, and they had to take. We're gonna get to Bernie Mac later, but let's continue this.
In any case, Tyler Craig also alluded to the duality of being too funny in the comedy game. His undeniable talent clashed with the intricate politics of the business, where exclusive cliques often dictate who receives the spotlight.
They have cliques.
Okay.
And I'm not a clique person. I can talk to anybody and conversate with anybody, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be your best friend.
As a self-proclaimed non-clique person, Craig found himself grappling with the challenges of navigating an industry that, at times, prioritizes connections over raw comedic talent. The importance of networking and being part of an inner circle significantly impacts a comedian's trajectory, sometimes overshadowing their raw talent. Craig argues that fostering genuine connections within the comedy community not only benefits individual careers, but also has the potential to make the world a better place through shared laughter and diverse perspectives. Craig's journey through the comedy landscape has been punctuated by encounters with the unspoken and sometimes stifling rules imposed by seasoned comedians. He recounted instances where established figures advised him against broaching certain topics on stage, effectively curtailing his creative freedom.
The headliner come in your room and tell you, hey, I know you're funny, but you can't talk about this. Don't talk about that. Don't talk about this. Don't talk about that. Don't talk about this when you're on stage.
Craig's narrative took a turn as
he said when they get up there, he used to tell them, man, you can't talk about this, that. You can't talk. They try to silence the comedians because they don't want them talking about things that are going on. They want them to talk about what they want them to talk about. Steve Harvey been got with the agenda.
He discussed the palpable generational differences within the comedy industry, the lack of mentorship and communication.
You see, I'm telling y'all, that's how they play the game. You get on stage, that you think these comedians got free will to say, man, these comedians can't say nothing they want to say. Not that they want to get a check, not that they want to continue to work. I'm just letting y'all know. You know what I'm saying? If they want to continue to work in this industry, they already know what it is, man. You better play your motherfucking role. And if you start speaking out like Katt Williams, you see what they do to you. I'm just saying, keep that shit a buck. All right, we finna get to this next clip. Let's go. Tone bite. Oh shit.
Towards the need for a more supportive attentions. between different generations became a focal point, contributing to the tensions and difficulties experienced by emerging comedians. The scarcity of guidance and industry insights across generational lines underscores the need for a more supportive and collaborative environment for those trying to break into the comedy scene. But Craig is not the only one who has experienced this alleged gatekeeping. Mike Epps has also spoken about these gatekeepers. In a recent interview, Mike Epps, a luminary in the world of comedy, candidly shared his reflections on the intricacies of the comedy landscape.
There's guys standing there at the telling the people in Hollywood that that's not the guy.
These individuals,
you see, those people, you got the Kevin Harts and the Steve Harveys and Cedric the Entertainer. They go, man, no, they ain't, go this direction. Go with him. That's the one. Gatekeeper.
He explained, hold the power to open or close doors for aspiring comedians, determining who gets the chance to showcase their talents on a larger stage. For Epps, the struggle to gain entry into the comedy business is akin to navigating a challenging red tape, with gatekeepers often proving to be formidable figures.
In this business, in order to get to point A and point B, you have to go through some certain red tape.
Throughout the interview, Epps emphasized the enduring struggle many comedians face when trying to enter the gates of the comedy world. The red tape, he described, creates a bottleneck for aspiring talents, making the journey to success a formidable one. These gatekeepers, often individuals with platforms, not only control access, but also contribute to the cutthroat nature of the industry. Sharing a personal experience, Epps recounted the audition process for the Richard Pryor biopic. Despite his fame and success, he revealed the rigorous competition he faced, emphasizing that even established comedians encounter challenges breaking through certain gates. The anecdote shed light on the intensity of the audition process and the uncertainties surrounding coveted projects. In the same interview, Mike Epps was asked to name an overrated comedian, to which he quickly replied with Hart. One overrated comedian, Kevin Hart, he said. In this business right here, guess what? Sometimes marketing could be bigger than talent. This business is not about being funny. This business is about being forced on people. You could be forced on people and then be really, really funny. If the business was based on funny, wouldn't none of these suckers be in it? If business was based off being handsome, wouldn't none of them? Everybody that's rich is ugly. Epps's comments insinuated that Hart's rise to fame had been significantly boosted by Hollywood elites and marketing, rather than his pure comedic talent. While such claims can be dismissed as part of the competitive nature of the entertainment industry, it's worth exploring whether there may be some truth to Epps's assertions. To evaluate the validity of Mike Epps's claims, it's essential to first understand the trajectory of Kevin Hart's career and how he achieved such remarkable success in the world of comedy.
Nobody knows the come up of Kevin Hart. I don't think Kevin Hart knows that shit. Kevin Hart is a plant. Even Katt Williams came out and said, "Man, this dude he's an industry plant." Not Katt Williams. Kevin Hart is not funny. After I believe Laugh at My Pain, or was it Seriously? I think it was Laugh at My Pain. Whatever one was one of the last ones he did like that. That was like the last time he was funny to me. Once he did the deer bro thing. Like, y'all remember when he was talking about the zebra, the deer? That's when I knew, Kevin Hart, you are not funny. At that moment, I've never laughed at another Kevin Hart joke ever again.
Kevin Hart's journey to stardom began in the late 1990s, where he honed his craft in the stand-up comedy circuit, performing at various comedy clubs. He gradually gained recognition for his comedic prowess, but it wasn't until the early 2000s that he began to make a significant impact on the industry. Hart's comedy style was characterized by his relatable and self-deprecating humor.
All right, let's get to this next one. Man, I'm talking about these dudes is industry plants, all of them. As you see, they gatekeeping the industry. They don't want nobody getting into Hollywood. They trying to. They really want Kevin Hart to be the dude. They really want Kevin Hart to be that guy, man. That's what they really want. They want Kevin Hart to be that dude. It's just not happening, man. Nobody really rocking with Kevin Hart like that. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Kevin Hart is like they force him. They just force him on people. But let's continue. Let's get into this next one. Let's get into this next video, y'all. Salute to who is it? Salute to Natalie Stewart. I appreciate you for getting that membership. Salute to you for getting that Tiny Thug membership. I appreciate you. Salute. All right, let's get to this next video, y'all. Let's get to this next video.
Is that a gang sign? Have you? Oh like you don't know what it is.
I understand what it's worth doing when the industry is canceling one black guy. I know what happens when they are going to elevate another.
Hollywood is panicking right now as celebrities like Jim Carrey and Katt Williams are starting to speak out on all the disturbing activities going on behind the scenes in Tinseltown. Both Jim and Katt have distanced themselves from the Hollywood crowd, and they've recently teamed up to reveal some of the industry's darkest secrets.
I want to move on. I want to create. I want to annoy people that are, businessmen that want to take advantage of me.
A few years back, Jim Carrey willingly walked out on his lucrative movie career, but not before he exposed the gatekeepers who run Hollywood. And as for Katt, Hollywood tried to cancel him many times too, but he's still out there exposing their hypocrisy and shady practices. So what did Jim and Katt witness that made them walk away from Hollywood? What exactly did they reveal about the industry's darkest secrets? Let's get into it.
They're in the woods in a circle, naked, and they decide these things. And, look at them trying to come it out.
The recent controversy surrounding the movie Sound of Freedom has sparked a huge wave of backlash against Hollywood, with fans calling out celebrities who are staying silent on this important issue. However, not everyone in Hollywood is willing to compromise their principles for a check, and there are still celebs who would rather leave it all behind than sell their souls to the industry. And two of them are none other than comedy giants Jim Carrey and Katt Williams, who have both been trying to expose Hollywood's most depraved secrets for years. Let's start with Jim Carrey, because a bunch of his interviews recently resurfaced, in which he exposed the secret society that allegedly runs the entertainment industry.
Do y'all believe there is a secret society that runs the entertainment industry? Do y'all believe there are people behind doors that if you do things behind these doors, you get to go further into more doors? But if you turn down these doors, then they kind of just shun you out of Hollywood, whatever. Do y'all believe that exists? Let me know in the chat. Let me know.
Throughout the 90s and early 2000s, Jim Carrey was one of the best paid actors in the world.
And my bad. I missed that. Salute to who is that? I know I knew it was Crystal Cole. Honey Bun, won't you do something for me? I appreciate you for dropping that honey bun in the chat. She dropped 100. Said, I read Steve Harvey gave Bernie a glass of lemonade. Days later, he was sick. Then he passed from pneumonia like Kim Porter. Boom. Crystal Cove might have just said something in that chat, because allegedly Steve Harvey is the one who knocked Bernie Mac off. I'm just saying, we about to get to that story next. I'm gonna just go right into that story next. I really want y'all to stick around for the Bernie Mac and Steve Harvey, because a lot of people say they took out Bernie Mac, and ever since Bernie Mac got knocked off, Steve Harvey, he kind of came up. We're gonna get to that in a minute though.
Actor to earn $20 million for a single film for his role in The Cable Guy. However, sometime in the mid-2010s, Jim came face-to-face with the dark side of the industry, and after he started speaking out on what he witnessed, he suffered a terrible personal tragedy, leading to speculations that shadowy figures in Hollywood were trying to traumatize him and punish him for exposing their actions. So what precisely did Jim reveal about the dark Hollywood secrets? And was his life really threatened for exposing them? Well, recent discussions among fans have focused on a hidden clique of gatekeepers who allegedly control Hollywood. People like Kanye West, Dave Chappelle, Katt Williams, and Ice Cube have all alluded to this secretive group. And as a result, they all face backlash and serious career setbacks. As for Jim Carrey, while he's been mocking Hollywood for years, it was his 2014 appearance on Jimmy Kimmel that finally made people realize that Jim wasn't joking at all. After Kimmel introduced him, Jim walked in using a hand gesture believed to be an Illuminati sign, and implying his intent to expose the secret society that rules Hollywood.
Man. Jim Carrey been playing with fire out there. So is Katt Williams. But like I said, there is a secret society in the music industry. There's a secret society in Hollywood. There's a secret society in comedy. There is a secret society in football, basketball, sports. It don't matter. Coaching, owning shit. There's a secret society to everything, man.
Hollywood. And while his comments were met with laughter, Jim said that entertainers and talk show hosts like Jimmy Kimmel are used by the government to make people laugh and distract from important societal issues.
Talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know, and they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things and, you know, and look at them trying to come it out. It's hilarious.
And everybody know Jimmy Kimmel knew what was going on, just like Jimmy Kimmel name popped up on the Epstein list. Look, Jim Carrey knew what the fuck he was talking about. Jimmy Kimmel knew what he was talking about. He's talking about they go out in the woods naked and discuss these things. That's exactly what they do. Bohemian Grove. He's not making that stuff up. They go out to Bohemian Grove. Man, I'm up on all this shit, y'all. I've been studying this shit forever. So yeah, they go out there to Bohemian Grove and make a lot of decisions, man. The Skull and Bones, all these, man, look, bro, this shit is... It's wicked, man. It's a wicked world.
During that time, there were also a lot of speculations that Kimmel's audience remained silent while Jim was discussing the government and the Illuminati. And multiple people who were present that night alleged that a laughter track was inserted later on. But it gets even more disturbing from here. Almost exactly 1 year following Jim's appearance on Jimmy Kimmel, Jim's ex-girlfriend, makeup artist Catriona White, passed away due to a suspected OD. After Catriona's death, her ex-husband filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Jim, alleging that Jim unlawfully provided Catriona with prescription drugs.
Man. What's going on, Jim?
And around this time, the media started working overtime to demonize Jim, and they basically blamed him for his girlfriend's death. However, Jim denied these claims and issued a heartfelt statement, hinting that he was being targeted by people who were exploiting Catriona's death and using it against him. In his statement, Jim said, "What a terrible shame. It would be easy for me to get in a back room with this man's lawyer and make this go away. But there are some moments in life when you have to stand up and defend your honor against the evil in this world. I will not tolerate this heartless attempt to exploit me or the woman I love." Jim also went on to assert that Catriona had been dealing with personal challenges long before he entered her life. And he added, "I really hope that someday soon people will stop trying to profit from this and let her rest in peace." Ultimately, the lawsuit against Jim was dismissed, but this tragedy had a lasting impact on him, and it turned him even further away from Hollywood. In fact, in 2018, Jim told the Hollywood Reporter that his plan from the start was to ruin and expose Hollywood because he never felt like he was part of their club. "My plan was not to join Hollywood. It was to destroy it," Jim said. Like, take a gigantic sledgehammer to the leading man and to all the seriousness. "I just didn't want to be in the business anymore. I didn't like what was happening. The corporations taking over." Jim also said that he decided to focus on his favorite hobby, painting, because he got tired of having a committee in the way telling him what the idea must be to appeal to a 4-quadrant whatever. Meanwhile, Jim's comments about Hollywood gained even more attention due to his viral interview at New York Fashion Week, when he criticized the industry's shallowness.
I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're
I mean, you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating icons, boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons.
Man, and Jim Carrey just keep exposing it. He ain't stopping. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm gonna be real. Somebody in 2024, they gonna be out of here. 2024 is gonna call for somebody in comedy to make a swift exit. Just pay attention. Just stay woke and pay attention, y'all. I'm not saying it's gonna be Katt. I ain't saying it's gonna be Jim. I ain't saying who it's gonna be. All I'm saying is just be on the lookout for somebody in comedy to go bye-bye, allegedly.
And while the mainstream media once again tried to paint Jim as crazy, fans were starting to pay more attention to his message. But then, when Jim announced last year that he plans to leave Hollywood permanently and focus on painting, fans started speculating that Jim's life was being threatened by the people he tried to expose.
Salute to G for those 5 memberships he just gifted. Verita Williams, Mo L, Kelly Mack, Tisha Turner, and Jay's mom got membership. Salute.
I really like my quiet life, and I really like putting paint on canvas, and I really love my spiritual life, Jim said. And I feel like, and this is something you might never hear another celebrity say as long as time exists, I have enough. I've done enough. I am enough. Fans also couldn't help but notice many parallels between Jim's situation and another comedy giant, Katt Williams, who also openly talked about the secret society that runs Hollywood before he was demonized and effectively blacklisted. Back in 2013, Katt was talking to Black Tree TV about his role in Scary Movie 5, And he claimed that part of the reason the media is always running negative stories about him is because he refused to join the ranks of the Illuminati.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
Katt further clarified that he was initially unaware of the real-life dangers associated with speaking out against the secret Gatekeepers Club, and he said he had to be stung 1,000,000 times before he realized what he was dealing with.
Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him.
And more recently, Katt started trending again after suggesting that the infamous Oscar slap incident between Will Smith and Chris Rock was a staged humiliation ritual. And he also explained that everything you see on screen is carefully planned and orchestrated by the industry higher-ups.
And I'm going to tell y'all something. That Will Smith and Chris Rock thing, I can go show y'all that exact same scene. It was like the 60s, the 50s. I can't remember when it was. But that was like some old thing that they staged a long time ago. It was the exact same thing. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. It was the same thing. It was like some black and white. They did this along. Man, these things are all rituals, man. It's all fake. I don't believe nothing in Hollywood. Any story that comes up in Hollywood, even if they told me somebody died, I don't believe nothing. I don't believe nothing no more. I don't believe shit.
I'm saying that everything that happens in a business that's based off of pretend, that seems like a setup is. These are when two large boulders come together and you can't see Chris Rock winning at all. He's humiliated. If you were going to slap a comedian, he was the #1 to slap, head of the coons, so slappable. And if you're going to slap him, you just need the greatest guy, the bestest guy, the one who's shown us him being on his best behavior since the 90s. That guy is the one that will have to slap him in order for the type of ratings we need and attention to be on this thing.
So in light of the ongoing controversy surrounding Sound of Freedom, fans are revisiting Jim and Katt's old interviews, and they're saying these two men have been warning us about Hollywood the whole time. Jim Carrey has been trying to tell us for years, one fan said. He is a brave man to do so. I pray they don't get him. And another person added, I think it's great that all of these actors are letting the truth be known to everyone. Thank all of you for speaking the truth. But let's hear your thoughts on Jim and Katt's comments about the secret society in Hollywood. Do you think these two left the industry because they refused to join the so?
If so, what do y'all think about that, man? What do y'all think about Jim Carrey? What do y'all think about Katt Williams exposing that? Now, I know I told y'all I was gonna go another direction with this. I'm gonna be all over the place tonight. I'm gonna be real with y'all, but there is another direction I want to go. I got a lot to talk about, but I want to cover this story carefully because there is a lot of information. There's a lot of information about Bernie Mac and Steve Harvey that I want to get into. But I gotta find these videos because they're gonna be later on. But I do want to go ahead and start talking about the Bernie Mac and I want to talk about the Bernie Mac and Steve Harvey situation because like I said, a lot of people feel like Bernie Mac was taking out the game for Steve Harvey. Let's get to this shit, y'all. Let's get to it.
Bernie Mac sold his soul. They don't even let you see things like this until you sell your soul. So when Bernie Mac got that show, he had sold his soul. The Bernie Mac show. Then he started getting movies. But way before then, he was just doing comedian. They didn't show Bernie nothing. When Bernie started getting his feet wet, they started taking him to Pandora Bar. His mind was blown. But then they put him under the oath where he won't talk. You know, throw the goat up here and there, put your hands in pyramid. That's the oath. So as Bernie started making more money, his name became a household name. They started taking Bernie to the clone lab because there is a thing called clone lab, and they're all over. They're not just in America; they're all over the world. All right, they control them anywhere. Rich folks, they're always in places you never think they are. It's like it could be a desert, like nothing exists, and it's this one fucking pond of water or some old trees. That's usually where it's at. It's underground. They got it, man. It's just like It's just like,
and they tried to show us this shit in They Clone Tyrone. Remember that they tried to expose this stuff and they hide it all in plain sight. They tried to tell us this and they tried to warn us about what's really going on in They Clone Tyrone. People just want to look at that, man, it's just a movie, it's just whatever.
the movies. They telling you the truth in the movies. So nevertheless, Bernie Mac was introduced to the Clone Lab. They take you there. They took him there. They let him see the fights. At first, he thought it was cool, you know. It was like eyes wide shut. They screwing in front of you. They doing bizarre things, man. Bestiality. You going, damn, right? But the part that tripped him out, how they showed him. They literally showed him how they clone people. They take the real person and put them off to the left and make two more of you. It blew his mind. Just like they did the dogs, the fish, all of that. He was like, wait, I'm tripping. That ain't a real person. Then they start, they stab the person to make you see they bleed. They're real. And they can feel that pain. You understand? So his mind is blown. Now, he done been a couple of times, and the only time they would be willing to put you in shackles so you don't talk, if he's not bringing revenue. But Bernie Mac is funny as hell. Bernie Mac bringing a lot of money, so they say, "Well, let him make movies. He ain't gonna say nothing. He know what's good for him, and who's gonna believe him anyway, right?" So this was heavy on Bernie, very heavy on him. But they already had him chipped. Once they take you to the clone lab, you have to get chipped. Steve Harvey is chipped. Oprah's chipped. D.L. Hughley is chipped. Said Entertainers. That's why they don't say nothing. Because this is what happened.
And you got to think about it, man. Cedric don't talk about nothing. When it come down to real events in the community, when have you heard Steve Harvey speak up? When have you heard D.L. Hughley? D.L. Hughley try every now and then, but stop. Cedric, they don't do nothing. They don't do nothing for this community. They fake have sympathy. They fake this shit. Just like Oprah. Oh, everybody gets a car and she ain't gave out shit. Oprah a damn lie. Oprah is a damn lie. A bald head one too.
Bernie. When Bernie started to have these conversations, they can hear everything he's saying. So they made him go into pain more. So they can put your body in pain. He started, I'm hurting. So Bernie had a talk with Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, and Said the Entertainer, because he believed he could talk to them. He's like, man, we got to tell somebody about this shit, man. Cloning people? They advised him, hey, man, this shit been going on since the 40s. We're going to make our money. Steve Harvey, big lip ass, right? So Bernie was really adamant about it. It was heavy on his head. So Bernie did the King. They let him do that tour. He came back. He still was cool. But shortly thereafter, he did a movie with, I believe, with Samuel Jackson. I ain't for sure. And he was still good. But shortly after that movie got done, he kept bringing it up. So Steve goes and rat him out. Well, they knew what he was saying, but Steve was like, he's becoming a problem. So they hold a meeting.
Listen to this shit again, y'all. Listen to this shit again.
I believe with Samuel Jackson. I ain't for sure. And he was still good. But shortly after that movie got done, he kept bringing it up. So Steve goes and rat him out. Well, they knew what he was saying, but Steve was like, he's becoming a problem.
Salute to Albany on that 20 piece on Cash App. I appreciate you. Salute.
So they hold a meeting without Bernie. And they asked D.L. Hughley the same things. Hey, what is he saying? He's saying that we gotta expose this. Okay. They amped his chip up because the chip controlled every vital sign in your body. Bernie got real sick, went to the hospital. And they knew what was going on. Steve Harvey knew, D.L. Hughley knew, Said the Entertainer knew that they ratted him out, and he knew that death was coming. They knew death was coming. Bernie wasn't assured at the present time, but when he started getting real sick, he said, these motherfuckers doing this to me. But Bernie did tell his wife what was going on, and she been scared shitless ever since. And they didn't want him to tell her too much, so they turned it all the way up and killed him while he was in the hospital. And they didn't have to be there. They did it by remote control. That's how cloning works, and that's how the chip works. It works by remote. So somebody could have been acting like a janitor or acting like they dare to see their loved one, could have been sitting in a weight room and hit the remote to turn his chip up to send him to fatal, which is death. That's how Bernie Mac left here.
Do y'all believe that story? Do y'all believe Steve Harvey is the one who sold Bernie Mac out and the elites went and got him? Do y'all believe D.L. Hughley, Cedric the Entertainer, and Steve Harvey had a meeting behind the scenes that got Bernie Mac knocked off? Do y'all believe that story? Do y'all believe they set up Bernie Mac? Let me know in the chat if y'all do believe they set Bernie Mac up, man. Let me know.
Being ratted out by Steve and DL, all them niggas so fake, man.
Our administration believes that there are loopholes that could allow the cloning of human beings if the technology were developed.
And as you see there, again, they get to the clones. This shit is real, man. That shit is real. Allegedly.
Back this way with an aneurysm. He tried to start a mutiny there, saying, we can't have this, we all got to shut this place down. This place is the devil, he said.
He was awesome. He tried to basically save me. Spoke up for me there. He said, we can't be doing this to a human being. I've seen enough of this. This is foolishness. Well, other people started to join in with them. So Elizabeth put a stop to that real quick.
I want to know something from y'all, man. And this is shit that they was doing from some reading from Bernie. But do y'all believe that story, man? Do y'all really believe that Steve Harvey is the one who set Bernie Mac up, man? I want to know. Drop the gems in the chat if y'all do believe Steve Harvey is the one who set Bernie Mac up. But somebody set him up, man. And he got sick out of nowhere. And it was kind of weird how they got rid of him, man. It was just kind of weird. But let's get back to this Bernie Mac story, man. We're not done by a long shot, man. We got a lot more to talk about, man. Get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up.
On television show. Why? Because you scared of me. Scared I'm gonna say something.
For decades, Bernie Mac was a beloved figure, known for his distinctive wit, unfiltered humor, and his unforgettable roles in films like Ocean's 11 and the acclaimed television series The Bernie Mac Show.
All right, let's go. Let's get up, Jordan. Let's get up. Where baby girl at? Good morning, Nessa. I bet if I stop feeding you, you have something to say.
When he departed this world in 2008 at the age of 50, the official narrative attributed his death to complications from pneumonia. However, as the years have rolled on, whispers and speculations on the actual cause of his demise have refused to die down within the comedy circuit.
They put him in a compromising position that he really didn't want to be in.
In a community where laughter is a shield against pain, comedians have begun to speak out, alleging that there's more to Bernie Mac's death than meets the eye. They believe that the dark underbelly of Hollywood, with its hidden pressures and unspoken demands, may have played a role in his tragic end.
Well, you had said that you felt like they worked him to death. Yes, he was doing Ocean's 11 at the time.
I believe so, man, because he told us that, man. He told us that.
For starters, Bernie Mac has faced numerous challenges in his life, and early on, he had to endure some particularly difficult moments. One of the most heartbreaking events in his life was the loss of his mother, brother, and father. His mother's battle with breast cancer played a significant role in shaping his life. During an interview with Howard Stern, Bernie revealed the emotional impact of his mother's illness. He recounted a moment when he came home excited after hitting a home run in a baseball game. However, when he entered his home and saw his mother, who wasn't fully covered, he noticed that she had a large scar on her chest. This was a moment of shock and realization for Bernie, as he saw that something was seriously wrong. His mother had a mastectomy, and Bernie was frozen with fear.
I was frozen, because I just kept looking. And she said, close the door.
Bernie's mother tried to shield him from the truth, asking him to close the door and not inquire further.
Make sure y'all smash that like button. I need everybody in the building to hit that like button, man. Get this trending. We're talking about Bernie Mac, man. A lot of people been wanting me to talk about this Bernie Mac story, man, but I just decided tonight, while I'm talking about these comedians, what better time would it be to throw this Bernie Mac stuff in here? Let's go.
It was a painful and confusing experience for a young Bernie, who turned to his grandmother for answers. She too directed him back to his mother, who continued to avoid discussing her condition. Despite the emotional turmoil, Bernie's mother prepared for her eventual pass-by, writing a 10-page letter to Bernie's aunt, explaining her death and offering guidance on how to take care care of him. In this letter, she expressed confidence in Bernie's ability to persevere. The interviewer acknowledged that this was an emotionally charged story and appreciated seeing this vulnerable side of Bernie beyond his public persona as a funny man. Bernie emphasized the importance of being true to oneself and not being afraid to show vulnerability. He noted that his strength came from accepting himself for who he was. Well, young Bernie eventually grew up, and with growth came a new set of challenges. You see, there have been claims that Hollywood allegedly tried to force him to do strange things. Before achieving fame in Hollywood, the multi-talented comedian faced a challenging journey to stardom. He was a dedicated family man, juggling a variety of odd jobs, including janitorial work, cooking, and even moving furniture, all in pursuit of his comedic dreams. These early struggles laid the foundation for his relentless pursuit of success, and little did he know that the path ahead would demand a significant price. His breakthrough moment arrived with an appearance on HBO's Def Comedy Jam in 1992, a groundbreaking show that catapulted him into the spotlight. This was a pivotal turning point in his career, demonstrating that dreams could be realized even in one's 30s. However, it was his subsequent performance that left an indelible mark on the landscape of contemporary urban comedy. As he continued to climb the ladder of success, Mac began to realize that there were certain compromises the industry expected him to make. These compromises could be perceived as strange and ethically challenging. It's been claimed that Hollywood pressured him to engage in activities that went against his principles and values.
Y'all remember they was trying to get the little boy to sit on Bernie's lap at that photo shoot and stuff. He's like, no, hell no. What the fuck y'all? Nah. There's oh no, okay, I'm sorry. They was trying to get Bernie to do a lot of stuff. They like Steve and them was all bending and folding. Look, they get Steve in the back, and Steve gonna do whatever. I'm just saying, Steve got further because they said Steve was ready and willing. Money is money to him. Hey, 100 bands is 100 bands to Steve Harvey. He don't give a damn what he got to do to get it.
Looking back, one might speculate
Allegedly
that his unwillingness to cross those lines could be connected to the tragic fact that he is no longer with us. In fact, one fan revealed some of the shady things that Bernie was allegedly made to do in a tweet which they captioned. The agendas we see in Hollywood are not new. They have been trying to push this stuff on black shows for a while. Here is an old behind-the-scenes clip of a promotional shoot for the Bernie Mac show. They tried to get a teenage boy to sit on Bernie's lap, and he shut that down.
Did you wait?
No.
It would be her. Abby, isn't Jeremy on the other side? Where am I?
At first, it seemed like Mac might have been the only comedian that had to deal with the horrible parts of the industry. But it turns out that Mac might have just been the first to have figured it out, as several other entertainers have come out with crazy tales. One of those is Dave Chappelle, and would you believe me if I told you this man up and walked away from a $50 million deal in 2004? Well, let's just say Dave also had his own fair share of Hollywood's dark side. The actor and comedian spoke with Oprah in 2006, and it turns out that his experience might have even...
Man, we just getting started on that story. But yeah, Dave Chappelle, all these, man, this entertainment game, it's way more wicked than you think. You think these are just comedians and whatever, man. These people going through some shit. In order to be in that damn spotlight, you gotta do something strange for a piece of change. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Let's go.
During the interview, Chappelle shared insights on the dismissive and sick culture within Hollywood, which allowed many celebrities to be dismissed as being crazy when they brought up certain industry issues involving men wearing dresses.
I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here.
There has been a decades-long stigma in the African-American community on men who wear dresses. The topic surrounding cross-dressing continues as the gender lines are being questioned, and for many, wearing a dress does not necessarily define their... In Hollywood, several black male comedians have portrayed feminine characters that wear dresses on television.
And it's more for the... It seems like it's more for the black male character most times. They really love it. I don't know. They love it in Hollywood. I guess that they just think there's nothing funnier than one of us rocking a dress, I guess. I don't know.
These characters like Shanana Jenkins from Martin and Medea have long been funny to some people. Others have deemed these portrayals emasculating to the black man. And Chappelle, just like Mac, is one of those people. Chappelle gave an account to Oprah Winfrey during their interview about how everyone from the film's writers to the producers on a movie set attempted to persuade him to wear a dress.
And he put this dress on, and how much prostitute Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion.
The comedian, who shared that he was uncomfortable with doing so, described the insistent attempts from the controlling parties of the set, who all said, all of the greats did it at some point. But no matter how hard they tried, Dave Chappelle
Man.
opted to do so. For example, actor and comedian Eddie Murphy has done so on more than one occasion in notable films such as The Nutty Professor and its sequel, Nutty Professor II, The Clumps, and Norbit. In any case, Hollywood allegedly did way more to Bernie than just force him to do things he wasn't comfortable doing. According to Reginald Ballard, Bernie was also being overworked by Hollywood.
Well, you had said that you felt like they worked him to death. Yes, he was doing Ocean's 11 at the time.
I believe so, man, because
Reginald Ballard, who shared the screen with Bernie Mac in the star-studded ensemble of Ocean's 11, spoke candidly about the toll that Hollywood's relentless demands took on the beloved comedian. Ballard recounted that during the production of Ocean's 11, Bernie Mac confided in his fellow cast members about the exhaustive schedule he was enduring. He told us that he was doing so much, Ballard revealed. When Brad Pitt broke his ankle and production had to be delayed, it cut into Bernie's time for other projects like Guess Who. He had to rush and try to do a lot of stuff, and he felt that they didn't understand that it wasn't his fault.
they put him in a compromising position that he really didn't want to be in.
This revelation sheds light on the grueling pace at which Bernie Mac was forced to operate, juggling multiple film projects and promotional commitments back to back. The pressures of maintaining a demanding work schedule while navigating health issues began to take a toll on the comedian's well-being. Ballard further disclosed that Bernie Mac's health was a constant concern during the filming of Ocean's 11. The actor had been hospitalized prior to shooting due to health complications and was taking medications, including prednisone, which caused noticeable changes in his appearance. We used to do a scene and he had to go upstairs to his dressing room to get oxygen, Ballard recalled. He'd come back and do the scene again. He was basically working while he was sick. Aside from this, there were speculations that Bernie was overworking himself so as to prove his value in the industry. You see, Bernie began his career as a stand-up comedian in Chicago's Cotton Club. After he won the Miller Lite Comedy Search at the age of 32, his popularity as a comedian began to grow. In 1992, a performance on the third episode of HBO's Def Comedy Jam thrust him into the spotlight. After Martin Lawrence was unable to calm an increasingly hostile crowd, Mac went on stage and told the audience, "I ain't scared of you," and that he didn't come here for no foolishness. Mac opened for Dionne Warwick, Red Fox, and Natalie Cole. He played a small role in 1994's House Party 3 as Uncle Vester. He also had a short-lived talk show on HBO titled Midnight Mac. Later, Mac also acted in minor roles, playing Mr. Johnson, the no-nonsense owner of a grill and diner in the movie Bab, and Pastor Clever in Ice Cube's 1995 vehicle Friday. Following that role, Mac was chosen to play the title role in the 1995 Apollo revival of The Wiz. Mac had his first starring role as Dollar Bill, a silly, slick-talking club owner in 1998's The Players Club. In 2000, he joined fellow comedians in the film The Original Kings of Comedy. The Original Kings of Comedy is a 2000 American stand-up comedy film directed by Spike Lee and featuring the comedy routines of Steve Harvey, D.L. Hewley, Cedric the Entertainer, and Bernie Mac. Filmed in front of a live audience at the Bojangles Coliseum in Charlotte, North Carolina, the comedians give the audience their views about African American culture, race relations, religion, and family.
All right, so let's get to this next one, man. So this Bernie Mac story is crazy, man. They was trying to get rid of this dude, man. They tried to outwork him. They tried to dope him up. They sent people in there and I do believe, man, Steve Harvey probably did give him some damn lemonade or something. Steve Harvey probably was one of the last people to see him. Steve Harvey wanted this man out of here because he was about to expose everything and ruin all they damn money. That's what Bernie Mac didn't care about the damn money. He knew what the fuck was really going on in this world, and he was trying to expose it.
By MTV Productions and Latham Entertainment and was distributed by Paramount Pictures. It was shot over the last two nights, February 26th and 27, 2000, of the Kings of Comedy tour with Harvey, Hewley, Cedric, and Mac. The show is intercut with footage of the comedians backstage, promoting the show on the radio, at the hotel, and during a basketball game. It was a critical and commercial success. The film's popularity led to multiple spin-off films. After the Kings of Comedy hit the scene, a bunch of fans were like, wait, who's this guy? I mean, we'd seen him him in our favorite flicks like Friday, The Players Club, and How to Be a Player, but after Kings of Comedy, Bernie Mac's name was on everyone's lips. In fact, there's a good reason they let him close the show. Nobody could follow that act. So after the film, everyone started wondering, why hasn't he got his own show yet?
I ain't got no television show. Why? Because you scared of me. Scared I'm going to say something.
You see, at the time, Steve and Cedric shared the screen on The Steve Harvey Show, and D.L. Hewley had his own radio show. But Bernie Mac had yet to break through the mainstream. And it's not like people weren't trying to get Bernie Mac on TV. Mac's first attempt in television was hosting an R&B jazz late-night variety show on HBO called Midnight Mac in 1995. The series lasted 4 episodes. Chris Rock, who cast Mac as his brother in the 2003 comedy Head of State, said that he tried to get Bernie a TV show before he became a household name. A few years ago, I had a meeting with NBC. They asked me, what do I want to do? I said, I want to do a TV show with Bernie Mac, Bernie Mac, Bernie Mac, Bernie Mac, Bernie Mac. And you know, they were kind of like, gee, I don't know. They wouldn't do it. It seemed obvious to everyone except for TV executives that this comedian needed his own show.
No, it wasn't that they didn't see it. He wasn't going to bend and he wasn't going to fold, and they knew it. They knew by giving him his own show that means he has a voice. You give him a platform, he has a voice. Don't give him his own platform. Let him be a co-star, or not even a star. Let him just be one of the people in the movie. They didn't want to give this man no shine because he was talking too much.
Larry Wilmore, who co-created the PJs and would go on to co-create Insecure with Issa Rae, realized the same thing that Chris Rock and everyone else who saw Kings of Comedy did. Bernie Mac was a bona fide star. Wilmore thought that Mac would be the perfect muse and star of a TV show he was working on. In a 2018 interview with the Television Academy, Wilmore explained how the show came to be. I saw Kings of Comedy and I saw Bernie Mac's act of taking care of his sister's kids. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. If I did a show with Bernie where he's taking care of his sister's kids because the mother's on crack, that emotional tug draws me into the show, and I'll accept this premise that I have. According to Larry's interview on the D.L. Hewley Show in 2019, he already had the idea to do a TV show without Bernie attached. One of the inspirations in creating the show was a PBS reality show called 1900 House. In that show, they rigged cameras in the home. I wanted to do a show where it felt like we were observing the family rather than the action pushed at us. In that same interview, DL confirmed that Bernie felt that no one would give him an opportunity. He continued by stating that Wilmore was pivotal in the creation of the show because he didn't change Bernie, but he was able to present Bernie in a way that worked for him. Wilmore added that because of his show, The PJs, he knew he wanted to do a non-animated sitcom. So after seeing the original Kings of Comedy, he approached Bernie with the idea, and he loved it. So did Fox. Wilmore's goal was to show a different side of Bernie, which is why he says that the single camera format was so important to the show. Bernie as a comedian on stage is very dynamic. If I had him up in front of an audience, I'd be competing with that version of Bernie and it'd be no competition. I would lose. But if I were doing a single camera show, I could have a more intimate portrait of Bernie that doesn't compete with the outsized version of him on stage, and viewers could get to know him in a different way. The Bernie Mac Show premiered on Fox in November 2001 to decent ratings. The first season averaged 9.5 million viewers, and the show was critically acclaimed. Larry Wilmore won an Emmy Award for writing the pilot episode, and the series won a Peabody Award for the first season as well. That year, Bernie himself was nominated for an Emmy, Golden Globe, and NAACP Image Award for Best Actor in a Comedy Series. After a successful first season, Fox decided to air the show in direct competition with ABC's My Wife and Kids, starring Damon Wayans. The Wayans family sitcom would outperform the Bernie Mac Show on a regular basis. My Wife and Kids averaged over 11 million viewers to Bernie Mac's 10 million. Yes, the show fell behind My Wife and Kids, but the second season of the Bernie Mac Show delivered higher ratings than the first season, and for some reason, the network
Man. Then they didn't want to do no business with him. They didn't want to do no business with him no more after he started blowing up.
Said, well, I guess now we can't fire him. Apparently, even before the second season premiered, Larry Wilmore's relationship with the network soured. Wilmore says Fox tried to divide him and Bernie, which proved to be successful by the middle of the second season. In the interview, Larry wonders if it was Bernie's personal demons that might have gotten in the way when it came to who really created the show. Wilmore added that it's possible Bernie may have felt that something was stolen from him. As the relationship relationship between Bernie and Larry worsened. Larry said, after that, there was really no reason for him to stick around. And that's when the network fired him in the middle of the season. Variety reported that Wilmore and the network constantly clashed over the direction of the show, and Fox felt the show wasn't delivering enough laughs. While Wilmore was the showrunner, he constantly received network notes interfering with the creative process. The network notes.
Yeah, so at that point, they didn't want to do no damn business with Bernie Mac no more. That's when they started running plays, and you know what I'm saying? That's when Steve Harvey and them came into the mix and tried to get Bernie the fuck up out of here, man. They didn't want to do no damn business with Bernie Mac no more. And there you go. That's how they basically started. That's how they got Bernie Mac the fuck up out of here. They didn't want to give him no work. They didn't. When they did, they overworked the hell out of him. Let's keep that shit a big buck. They overworked the fuck out Bernie Mac. That's how they got him the hell up out of here. Got him sick as hell. Let's go ahead and let's keep this shit a buck. Hold on, we're not done. We're not done. Let's keep this shit a buck.
Never watch what somebody else does. It does not matter. Bernie Mac got to do a thing.
So what did you think? What was your ultimate goal? What did you want to do?
To be the best.
A group of Hollywood stars and influencers joined forces to expose a sinister secret lurking in the shadows of the financial world: the investment in these same private prisons. As part of the Real Money Moves initiative, these celebrities aim to shed light on the alarming fact that some of the most prominent companies in America were channeling funds into a system that profits from mass incarceration and family detention centers, causing anguish and suffering to countless immigrant families. While the world applauded the stars for their activism, some couldn't help but wonder if there was more to the story. Was this crusade against prison investments fueled by a deeper knowledge of the eerie ties between Hollywood's elite and the dark machinery of the prison industrial complex? And as the spotlight shifted, so did the whispers. With Bernie Mac's legacy looming large, tongues wagged about whether he had been trying to shield young stars from something ominous before his untimely exit.
Don't rush off to LA. He said, conquer your city first, then come to LA. Because a lot of cats come out to LA too soon, and some of them end up broke us. You know, I was like, broke us? I'm like, it ain't no other in between, like brokers selling cars.
Bernie did an interview with GQ magazine and accused Steve of being.
Now you got to get on your knees in Hollywood. That's what he said. You either gonna be broke or you finna be crawling on your knees to the next movie producer. And you definitely got to lay in somebody's lap in Hollywood.
Being jealous of him and trying to steal multiple movie roles from him, including Ocean's 11. According to the GQ article, someone from Steve's team called the Ocean's 11 director, Steven Soderbergh, and tried to push for Steve to get the part over Bernie. When asked how he felt when he learned about this, Bernie told GQ, "The Hollywood game that we're in, it's a cold game." Bernie then went on to say something very interesting about how celebrities in Hollywood are controlled, and he explained why he didn't want to stoop to that level and retaliate. The sad thing about it is, all of us are doing well, so I don't really see the problem. It didn't bother me because I see the big picture, Bernie said. When they told me about it, what could I do? I'm not going to sling mud. I'm not a rapper. I tell jokes. I try to make people laugh. I'm not going to sling mud. Steve and anybody else can say whatever they want to say. Ain't nobody got no control over me. I have the control.
You feel that the beef between Bernie Mac and Steve Harvey was because Steve Harvey was getting a lot of network love during the time and Bernie Mac not so much?
Yeah, and then Bernie started to get it. Focus on being the best within yourself. All that stuff will come. Right. I hear people say, get your money on, get your money on. I hate that. And that's your motivation.
That's when I went to New York and signed the contract for syndicated radio. That just gave me a little bit of money. I wasn't making what I make now. I make like 10 mil a year off radio. And that kept me at least be able to survive.
Is it true that Steve and Bernie butted heads?
Yeah. I mean, they were the kind of guys that they both alpha males, like they both, they just saw it different.
Is that one of the reasons why you did the first part, the second part?
I think, of course, that was, definitely a contributing circumstance.
Fans are now saying this all comes down to Steve feeling threatened by Bernie because he wanted to be the main comedian, but he just wasn't in Bernie's league.
So wait a minute, if it did take back off, who would have had the most to lose if the Kings of Comedy went back on the road? It wasn't going to be Bernie.
And then some fans are even accusing.
They saying if they went back on that road, Steve had everything to lose because Bernie was washing him on that damn road. They say, but Steve had no choice but to steal all Bernie jokes. That was the only way to beat him, and he still was getting his ass whooped. He was stealing all his jokes, and he still was beating his ass. And he was just freestyling at that point. Bernie said by the time he got on stage, everybody then stole all his jokes. He was sick of it.
Steve of sacrificing Bernie for fame.
So now I know the real Bernie Mac stories, and I know that the people that made money.
Yeah, I ain't playing with them.
Came back and it was like super aggressive to the point where it put him in the hospital and gave him a heart attack twice. Now, where I think he got taken out, this is just my theory, was not into the sickness. I think they used the sickness in the hospital to end it. That's where my conspiracy lies. It's not in him getting sick. It's him having the illness and putting forth something else to make it escalate since his immune system was weak.
Bernie realized just how two-faced people can be when they're desperate for fame and success, and he decided to distance himself from Hollywood. There wasn't anything for me out there, Bernie told GQ. And referring to his wife and daughter, he added, I had the best right here at home.
I always thought it was kind of weird when I first saw the Kings of Comedy. I'm gonna tell you right now, I was naturally gravitating towards Bernie right off the top. Like it wasn't even. I never find D.L. Hughley funny. Never did. He was never funny to me. Cedric was okay. Bernie was the man, and sorry to tell you, Steve Harvey was never funny to me. Like I mean, never, ever funny.
I don't believe Steve Harvey was ever funny. I don't believe D.L. Hughley was ever funny. I believe Bernie Mac was in a league of his own. Cedric was cool. Like Cedric had his moments. I ain't gonna shit on Cedric. He's kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe he's like Madison Square Garden or selling out arena funny. He's okay though. He cool. But Steve Harvey, I would never want to go see doing stand up. I don't think Steve Harvey's ever been funny to me. I think Bernie Mac was that dude. He was that one of one. I don't think nobody could. If Bernie Mac would have did it for longer, I think he could have went down as the GOAT. That's just my opinion. I think to me, Eddie Murphy, that's just my guy. But Katt Williams is also one of my guys too. But if we just talking, man, just raw talent, bro, Bernie Mac had that. They was all scared of Bernie. Bernie was gonna take over.
Used to be, if you put $15 in your tank, you had time to bond with your vehicle. You had time to put the nozzle in and set the clicker and look through your car and clean.
Man, see, and they was out there stealing jokes.
And hit it, be sitting there talking, be on your phone. Hey, what's happening? Be walking around.
See how I don't want to play all that shit, but you see how they just walk around stealing. Steve was stealing jokes, allegedly stealing jokes.
I know that's right. There's no stinks in here. It's a smell.
And they got a movie clip playing, so I can't play the movie clips and stuff. But
And then you had to go up after them, and you couldn't manipulate it like you wanted to. So you became the host.
And this is actually a very interesting point because originally Steve was the closer. However, this didn't work for Steve because once Bernie was done, people were ready to leave the theater. And
people live on this block. You beige motherfucker. Fuck you. Fuck yourself, man. Hey.
Look, Bernie was a funny motherfucker. I can't play these clips though, man.
I didn't want a black show. I want a show. I make everybody laugh.
Ironically, when Bernie passed in 2008, 2009 rolls around, and lo and behold, Steve Harvey drops a book. And the book is called Act Like a Woman, Think Like a Man, which in essence shouldn't have sold in 2009. All of a sudden, all you ever heard about after that point was Steve Harvey. And he was in everything. He got Emmy, he got Academy Awards, he was hosting everything. He had multiple game shows that he hosted. He was in every facet of entertainment. He was there.
You got to remember too that Steve Harvey appealed to insecure
Men.
women.
Women, yes, true.
Yeah, very, very insecure women. He tackled that group and he did it good and they embraced him. He turned them into men haters.
Man. They saying Steve Harvey came in and ran the okie doke on Bernie Mac. Do y'all believe Steve Harvey set Bernie Mac up? Do y'all believe Steve Harvey then set Bernie Mac up? Because allegedly Allegedly. Allegedly, they saying Bernie Mac was into. He's seen the clones. They saying Bernie Mac was finna expose everything. Steve Harvey wanted his career to go further. Steve Harvey, he wanted his time to shine, man. Steve Harvey wanted the money and he wanted to stay in Hollywood, man. He didn't want to go back to the hood, so he just sacrificed everything. He sacrificed everything. Let's keep it a big buck. He sacrificed everything. What is he talking about?
There's no progress without opposition. Sometimes the oppositions comes from the most unsuspecting places. The devil is evil. He don't fight fair. This thing in life, that's not fair what they saying about me. That's not fair what they doing about me.
Sound like TD Jakes, don't he? Sound just like TD Jakes.
It wasn't fair how they did Jesus, but they did it anyway. You are not going to get away through this thing called life without opposition. Be careful when you hear something that's laid out to be the truth. And because the person that's telling you what they say is true is speaking eloquently, don't be deceived by that. There are some people who know how to lie so well. They know how to sprinkle in just enough truth and wrap it inside their lies where they got you thinking that somebody telling the truth. You can't be righteous and negative at the same time. Righteous people do righteous things. Godly people do godly things. If the person you are talking to is talking ungodly, stop when they try to tell you they are from God and of God, because that ain't the truth. The voice of God does not have sin in it. When you are listening to anybody that's trying to make you think that they anti-Illuminati or any of this, be very careful, because God's voice does not have sin in it. If you are of God, speaking from God, you will not do anything that's ungodly, period.
I'm gonna be real, bro. That you still sound guilty. Still sound like you did some shit. I'm gonna be real with you, Steve. You just sound like, you know what I'm saying, you're just using some shit to just get your little escape out of it. Sound like you just trying to escape your way out of talking about some serious shit. Steve, what the hell you got going on, man? What you and Lori got going on? Because there's a whole bunch of shit. There's a whole bunch of shit that people been saying about you. Let's just keep that a big buck. There's a whole bunch of shit. So we're not done. We're not done. Let's continue. Let's continue.
Those kind of elements in there where people just
Sometimes people just ruin a good thing.
yeah, just cause they, like y'all would be together if it wasn't for me.
You gotta have the courage to find Steve Harvey and say, Steve, sir, show me how you did it. Show me how you made it with no talent. Bernie said, I walk alone. He said that all the time. We've heard it 1,000 times in interviews and everything.
Cedric the Entertainer, one of the original kings of comedy, is revealing shocking new details about Steve Harvey's beef with the late Bernie Mac. And while Steve previously admitted he and Bernie butted heads, it turns out Steve also did something very sneaky to sabotage Bernie's career. Out of the 3 living members of the original Kings of Comedy, Steve Harvey is the one who enjoys the most fame and money. But does that mean he was the funniest one? Well, many fans would disagree with this. And while we can't take away from Steve the fact that he works very hard, rumors about him stepping on people and doing some questionable business behind the scenes to move ahead have been swirling for years. And after Cedric the Entertainer recently opened up about Steve's beef with the late Bernie Mac, new details resurfaced about how Steve was allegedly doing the most to sabotage Bernie's career. And some fans are even going so far as to claim that Steve sacrificed Bernie for fame. But what exactly did Cedric reveal about Steve hating on Bernie? Did Steve really try to sabotage Bernie's career? Let's get into it.
Like, okay, bruh.
Like nobody you ain't told her one joke.
Nobody coming to see you.
It's no secret that TV host Steve Harvey and comedy legend Bernie Mac didn't see eye to eye during their Kings of Comedy days. However, some shocking news stories recently appeared in the media about Steve actively working to sabotage Bernie's career and get him blacklisted in Hollywood. And
I told y'all, Steve Harvey did not want Bernie Mac around. He wanted to steal all his jokes and take his fame and take his name. That's all he wants to do. He didn't want that man to be in Hollywood, because if he was in Hollywood, there would be no Steve Harvey. I'm gonna say that again. If Bernie Mac was, I'm gonna say it like this: if Bernie Mac was still alive, there would be no Steve Harvey.
And these stories are actually really disturbing when you think about how Steve cried at Bernie's funeral and how he still talks about him like they were friends. What's also disturbing is that Bernie himself directly accused Steve of sabotaging him, and yet Steve managed to brush this under the rug. So back in 2003, Bernie did an interview with GQ magazine and accused Steve of being jealous of him and trying to steal multiple movie roles from him, including Ocean's 11. According to the GQ article, someone from Steve's team called the Ocean's 11 director, Steven Soderbergh, and tried to push for Steve to get the part over Bernie. When asked how he felt when he learned about this, Bernie told GQ, "The Hollywood game that we are in, it's a cold game." Bernie then went on to say something very interesting about how celebrities in Hollywood are controlled, and he explained why he didn't want to stoop to that level and retaliate. "The sad thing about it is, all of us are doing well, so I don't really see the problem. It didn't bother me because I see the big picture," Bernie said. "When they told me about it, what could I do? I'm not going to sling mud. I'm not a rapper. I tell jokes. I try to make people laugh. I'm not going to sling mud. Steve and anybody else can say whatever they want to say."
And as we see right there, Steve Harvey put the battery in the industry's back to get rid of Bernie Mac. That's exactly what happened. Steve Harvey put the battery in everybody back to get rid of Bernie Mac. Steve Harvey also tried to do the same thing to Katt Williams. He tried to get Katt Williams blackballed. He tried to get Katt Williams blacklisted in the industry. And as you see, it worked. Katt Williams didn't get no work. He kept fucking with Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey blackballed Katt Williams just like he did Bernie Mac, but they couldn't take Katt Williams out. I mean, I guess Katt Williams is out here protected, man, because they ain't got to Katt Williams yet. They've been fucking with him with the police and they've been doing a lot of things, humiliation rituals, trying to make him look crazy, trying to make him look like he on drugs. They've done everything under the sun other than take an attempt on his life. And you can only imagine maybe that could be coming at some point, because Katt Williams just won't give in. He ain't gonna stop talking. He still has a voice. He still has a platform. And he don't really have a platform, but he's smart enough to realize I'll use everybody else's. If you ain't gonna give me my voice, I might as well take my voice somewhere else. And that's the smartest thing Katt Williams could do before Katt Williams goes on and starts his own podcast. And that's the smartest decision for Katt Williams right now. Go on tour, get you about a good 6 months to a year worth of touring off this shit, get your name back up, and come back out with your podcast and just do your thing, man. Just drift off into the sun, just covering your own shit. You ain't got to do no more interviews. You're gonna be the dude they can come to for the interview. And I do think Katt Williams he'll be all right, man. He'll probably be on YouTube somewhere. So Katt said he got accepted to college at age 12. He didn't have sugar for his Kool-Aid. They said cow lip Steve. In 2008, Katt Williams beat him in a competition in the same year. I believe his legal problem started. Yeah, Katt Williams was aiming towards, he was trying to take Steve Harvey's career at that point. Katt might be the GOAT. His stand-up is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Katt Williams right now, I don't think there are too many funny stand-up comedians. I would say right now, Katt Williams is probably top dog right now at this point. I don't think nobody could fuck with Katt Williams right now. There's a few people out there who could do stand-up, but not quite like Katt Williams. So he get on the tube, they gonna they gonna try to get rid of his ass quick. What's keeping Katt Williams afloat is his fans really going to come out to his shows and support him because he tells the truth, even if it may cost him his life. Hey, his tickets going for, man, they going. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was looking at the motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers expensive, $200, $300, $400, $500. Man, I'm like, damn. Katt Williams on fire right now. Them tickets is expensive in the motherfucker right now. Katt still has a future. Of course he does. Dave and Katt is top tier, top shelf. We just gotta pray for these people that we talk about. People like Katt Williams, Dave Chappelle, Kanye West, 50 Cent. They're not with that ish. He is worth it. They said Katt got the Damon Wayans behind him. He'll be all right. They said Pimpin' came out in 2008 as well. That's when he talked about clone meat. Hey, look, they did all this and they cloned Tyrone. Remember whenever the we were in quarantine. I ain't gonna say the word, the C word, but we were in quarantine, and and if I'm not mistaken, right around the time of quarantine, what happened? I want to see how smart the gang is. Right around the time of quarantine, can y'all tell me what epidemic just started in the world? It was crazy. Right around as soon as everybody got sick, what happened? What was going on at that time? Y'all don't even know what they did. They told you when they cloned Tyrone. I don't see nobody saying it yet. What happened at the same time, y'all? What happened? I want to see how smart my people are in this chat. I'm gonna say it again. Right around the time we was in quarantine, when all this shit first started, what was going on? It's all the food was gone. No, you ain't there yet. Popeye's chicken sandwiches. There you go. Boss lady said it. The chicken sandwiches, Riri said it. The chickens, they cloned the meat. Everybody went crazy over them sorry ass chicken sandwiches. Man, them. I'm gonna be real. Popeyes had one of the sorriest chicken sandwiches the game has ever seen. That there was nothing. That chicken, I didn't get it when all that shit first started. But when I finally got around to getting the Popeyes chicken sandwich that everybody was in them lines fighting over, I'm talking about, I was watching YouTube video after YouTube video. People was getting, man, they was getting lined up and laid out in Popeyes parking lots and in their lobbies. Man, I finally got my hands on one of them sorry ass sandwiches. Man, them was, I'm gonna be real. Just name a chicken spot, and I'm gonna tell you that chicken sandwich is better than Popeyes. Just name it. I ain't never got a Popeyes chicken sandwich since. I got one Popeyes chicken sandwich my entire life, and that was it. That was them chicken sandwiches. Sorry as hell. Name me a chicken. McDonald's got better Popeyes. Excuse me. McDonald's got better chicken sandwiches than Popeyes. I'm gonna be real. KFC got better chicken sandwiches than Popeyes. Hell, just Church's got better. Wendy's got a better chicken sandwich. Church's got a better chicken sandwich. They just keep naming them. Chick-fil-A, damn sure got. Come on, don't disrespect Chick-fil-A and throw them in this argument. Chick-fil-A definitely got a better chicken sandwiches. Somebody said Royal Farms. I don't even know what that is, but I bet they got a better chicken sandwiches. Said McDonald's, Popeye, Chick-fil-A, Little Allen. I don't even know what the hell that means. I said fake food. Yeah, I don't know what Rodney. I don't know what that dude's talking about. The blackened chicken was, man, I'm not getting nothing from Popeyes. Popeyes, sorry, them little ass legs. I don't even like Popeyes. Me too, Ratchet. I waited and I was disappointed. Never had another one. Zaxby's got better chicken sandwiches. I said Wendy's and Chick-fil-A. I don't care what spot you name. Taco Bell. I only know Taco Bell sell chicken sandwiches, but I bet they would have a better chicken sandwich than than Popeyes. Golden Chick, damn sure killing their ass. Let's keep that a big buck. They said Chick-fil-A is not in this. Yeah, Chick-fil-A, don't disrespect them by throwing them. Look, Burger King is one of the sorriest restaurants out in existence, and Burger King got a better chicken sandwich than Popeyes. I'm gonna be honest. And everybody know Burger King sucks. I think it might be like 3 things on the menu I might rock with. I mean, I rock with the croissant at Burger King, the croissant breakfast sandwich, their rodeo burger, and that might be it. I think like a bacon cheeseburger, junior bacon cheeseburger. Well, I don't know. I think that might be it. Burger King got one of the worst menus in the game. I'm gonna be real. It said crispy crunchy chicken. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good as hell. Cane's is all right, but Cane's go harder than Popeyes. It's a hot wing and an air fryer. What? Chick-fil-A has its secrets too. I mean, I believe they all do. I said Whataburger killing their ass. French toast sticks. What the hell does that have to do with chicken sandwiches? Well, people just be saying French toast sticks and pancakes. What the fuck is you talking about? Get your hungry ass the fuck about KFC. What's it? I want some French toast sticks. While we talking about the, I want fried chicken and French toast. That's what I want. I want fried chicken and French. Get your greasy ass, your buttery and greasy ass the fuck up out of it. So Whataburger has a good chicken sandwich, just my opinion. Whataburger got good food, period. I'd rather eat fried chitterling sandwich. I ain't gonna lie. I would eat a fried chitlin sandwich before I eat a Popeyes chicken sandwich. Fuck Popeyes. I don't even eat Popeyes no more. The only thing I like from Popeyes is they damn red beans and rice. And they strawberry biscuits. So it must be in Texas. Oh yeah, Whataburger's in Texas. I'm screaming. I've been a vegetarian since 1981. I make a badass chicken sandwich. Salute, Sweetamore. What the fuck is you talking about? Dry ass biscuit. Them biscuits do be dry in the motherfucker. If you could eat 5 Popeyes biscuits without drinking no water, I'm scared of you. Like, I fear you. It's at the Hood Corner Store. Cook, people. Stop the madness. Folks was stopping. Folks were stepping on babies to get the man. They was knocking. They would knock out their mama to get a Popeyes chicken sandwich. I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. I still didn't want one, even when. But they cloned the meat, man. They did that shit. They showed us that, and they cloned Tyrone. They cloned the meat, man. They've been in, and now they approved. Now you don't even know in the store what is what. Like you don't even know what you're getting no more, man. So look, if you're not getting your chicken straight off a farm at this point, shit. Hey, look, I didn't been told y'all the safest thing to do is to get fresh fish straight out the ocean, and that's the only meat you should be eating, because all the rest of this shit is not. I mean, hey, we still eat it, but I'm just saying, man, just stay woke. Just be careful with the meat you choose to eat, because some of this shit ain't what you think it is. Burger King has chicken and waffle fries. What? Burger King just needs to shut down. I'm gonna be honest. Goku Wingstop, but no, I ain't gonna lie, man. Me and Sapphire, we didn't have. I don't even think Wingstop fuck with us. I don't be right. I don't think Wingstop like us, because the last experience we had with Wingstop, that shit was. It was fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. Wingstop they pissed me all the way off like about a week ago. I don't think Wingstop like me or Sapphire at this point, because I don't want Wingstop no more. Fuck Wingstop. Facts only veggie. So Wingstop is kind of trash, though, I ain't gonna lie. That food's what's making people sick. Actually, Ratchet, our toilet water we flush goes into the ocean. Well, the ocean is space. So you gotta think about this. Think about this, y'all. I don't know, we going all off subject, but by this time my content is over. So if you want to talk about Katt Williams, go back to the beginning of the video. But if you think about this, what is at the bottom of the ocean? You know why we can't go to the bottom of the ocean? Have y'all ever thought of why we can only go so far into the ocean? Here you go. The reason why we could go stay like this. The reason why we go so far into the reason why we can't go so far into the ocean is because the ocean is space. Think about it. We're on Earth. What is at the bottom of Earth? Space. Water, then space. You got to think about it. No, it ain't no pressure. It's because it's space. Space is above us. It's on the side of us. It's below us. We're in a galaxy. What is at the bottom? The space. Y'all never thought about that, did you? The bottom of the ocean is space. Just like the top of the world is space. Like, come on, y'all. The clouds, space. The bottom of the ocean, space. Y'all gotta wake the fuck up, man. Y'all don't ever think about this shit? Like, have y'all ever thought about this while y'all be out there fugazi around the world? Have y'all ever thought about we got a whole eternity, like life is just here for like about 100 years or less, and then you got a whole like 1 billion years from now, you're still gonna be wherever you were supposed to be. You get what I'm saying? Like a zillion years from now, nothing ever ends. It's like, bro, there is no ending to anything. It's like, bro, I don't know, but it's we here, and that's it forever. And it's a lot of weird, man. Y'all just gotta wake up and get right, man. That's all I can say. Wake up and get right. He said, we flat Earth or round Earth. Yeah, I'm just saying, just spark it up. I'm just saying, and we gonna get way into some more shit. I'll get to talking, man. Y'all don't want me to get to talking because I know some shit. I'm just saying. But if you think about it, the bottom of the ocean is space. I'm just saying. Infinite. Yeah. Nothing ever ends. A mouth at the bottom of the ocean. Man. So we're like under a dome. Yeah. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all gotta wake up. Space is an outer layer of the world. Space is everywhere. That explains them only researching 5%. They can't research the ocean because it's space. You can't. There's so much stuff out there they don't want you. When they go far enough, they start seeing shit, bro. They know that there's so much stuff in that ocean that they can't tell you what the fuck it is because they can't go explore it. They will not. They don't know what the fuck is in that water. You know why? Because the water is space. They not trying to go out there. They know it, and that's why when you go to the Bermuda Triangle and you start to get in that water, it gets to space. Like they got portals and shit because there's space. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, y'all better wake up, man. And the water is The water is where everything is at, bro. But you can't research it. You can't. There's nothing there. Like when you go to the water, there's nothing there. Salute to Amanda. Says, please remember to read my IG. Amanda, let me see what the hell you talking about. Thank you for all that you do. Oh, you talking about takeoff? I'll read this later. I'll read this later. Yeah, I'll check that out later. You talking about? I think you talking about takeoff or something. I'll read that later. But salute to you. I appreciate you for the cash app. I don't want to get distracted by read that shit because you sent me a long list of shit. But I'll check it out. So they use the ocean to make ish float like it's outer space, man. And also, let me tell y'all how they gonna do the alien here. Can you stay like that so I can? I'm trying to. The reason why they I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something. I was gonna make a point about something. I literally lost my train of thought. Must not have been important. Fuck it. But yeah, so they never went to the moon. Oh no, I remember what I was gonna say. Thank you for saying that because that was something what I was gonna say. They are gonna plan out the next the attacks to like they trying to make it like alien. I ain't trying to get too far into it, I ain't trying to say too much, but look, they trying to plan this shit out. They already using AI and all that shit, and they can already do like Tupac holograms and Biggie holograms, and they can make the shit look like it's right there in front of you. You could watch Tupac perform, you could watch all your fallen celebrities perform right in front of you. They can do that same shit in the sky and make it look like something is going on, like a whole attack, and there's nothing there. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They got their ways to manipulate us and manipulate our minds. So that Miami, yeah, man, but they can make this shit look like it. You get what I'm saying? It's not real, but it is real, but it's not. They have UFO. It's called holograms. Project Bluebeam. Yeah, man, y'all better wake up. I'm just saying. Aliens in Florida Mall, over 100 police, car dispatch. Man, yeah, that's another subject that people don't want to touch. It's a lot of shit going on. Remember that family that seen them aliens? That family disappeared. That Hispanic family. Nobody ever heard from that family again. I think it was in California, and they seen them aliens, and they called the cops, and the cops even seen them. That family disappeared, and nobody ever seen it. Well, this is just what I was told. I don't know. I'm just saying, allegedly, that family disappeared, and nobody has ever seen that Hispanic family again. Was it Vegas? Okay, I knew it was out there in the West Coast somewhere. I knew it was out there on that side somewhere. I said, Ratchet, I see you up on it. I be on point, man. I don't be saying too much, but I say enough. Yeah, I try not to say too much though. It said low down dirty shame. Wow, I never heard it. Yeah, there was a Hispanic family that found some aliens. They called the cops. The cops came and thought they was bullshit. The cops seen the aliens. The cops got the fuck up out of there. That family, like I think like a week later, went missing, and no one ever seen or heard from their family again. But people thought they was lying, but they. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just saying this was what the fuck was on. It was what was going around. I don't know. I didn't see shit, but I'm just saying. He said conspiracy is invisible-ish. They just had an incident in Miami with it. Yep, I seen that. Ratchet, do you know about the it's nah, I don't. Hit me up on IG. Start doing woke Wednesday. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. What happened at the mall in Miami? There was a bunch of aliens and shit. I'm telling y'all they planning it. I'm telling y'all they planning this shit, bro. Like I can't say too much, man. I ain't trying to get too deep into this shit. That's what the spiritual people mess with. Same happened in the Miami Mall with that guy that saw the aliens change his story allegedly. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all better wake the fuck up. Y'all better wake up. This is the time to wake up. Remember when the Navy planes took photos of aliens? Man, why you think they won't let you get to Area 51? Why you think it's forbidden to get to Area 51? It's forbidden to go through the Grand Canyon. It's like there's stuff out there they don't want y'all to see. It's forbidden. Like, how are you gonna forbid me from walking through the like? How are you gonna tell somebody like, bro, you can't walk through here, fam? Like, you can't, nigga, why? Like, this is who owns the Grand Canyon? Like, why I can't walk through it? Like, but it's some shit in the Grand Canyon that they don't want you to see. I'm just saying. You cannot go through there. Tell me, I ain't like, Antarctica is forbidden. Me and Sapphire was talking about that shit earlier. Antarctica is forbidden. She was telling me something about that. I don't remember exactly which. It's like some forbidden shit out there in Antarctica. It's forbidden. The Bermuda Triangle has a purpose. Yeah, space. It's a good thing they plan it. We don't want it out of control. For real, for real. I love Katt Williams woke chain. Yeah, that's a dope chain. Those bots they creating the alien. The treaty in Antarctica. Yeah, that's what Sapphire was talking about. The treaty in Antarctica. It's some weird shit going. It's some weird shit going on in Antarctica. And to be real, I didn't even really know about it till she put me up on game. So she put me up on game about this shit. I'm actually going to research that shit because I was asking. I was like, I heard something about it, but I just didn't know. And she was putting me up on game about it. But yeah, there's some weird shit going on in this world. They say the Grand Cane is the real Egypt. Show them the alien video I sent you one day. Every country has a treaty on Antarctica. Alaska has a triangle too. Alaska is also on some weird stuff too, man. It's like dark there for 6 months. I ain't never going nowhere like that, bro. Hell no. It literally is dark in Alaska for 6 months, bro. Yes, but none have ever broken the treaty, Sapphire said. Why is it borders anywhere? Going to read up on Antarctica now. Yeah, read up on the Grand Canyon and read up on Antarctica. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, this shit is forbidden. Area 51 is heavily guarded. If you go through there, you better be ready to get smoked or something. Antarctica equals frozen secrets. Big facts, G. Big facts. I don't trust no one. Dark 6 months sound fire. Hell no, the fuck it don't. You know how scared I'd be for being dark. You know how lonely and you know your mind to play tricks on you being dark, man. Hell no, I can't do that shit. There's more past Antarctica. Actually, me and Sapphire are gonna do some more reading up on that. You might see some shit come out about Antarctica here pretty soon. I'm gonna research that shit because I'm interested in that Antarctica shit. Because I've always been interested in stuff like this. I like reading and learning about different stuff. So I'm gonna get back up on some research, man. We gonna get back to that shit. Where we at on the love and the likes, man? Let's see. We got 600 likes. We should have had more. We got 161 on the screen. I ain't pissed off about that. If you want to, if you want to support the channel, support $ RatchetTV, whatever. We gonna end that poll like that. I'm gonna end that poll. 82% say they have kept up with the Katt Williams story. I appreciate all y'all for your votes. Salute. And make sure y'all go subscribe to Sapphire. She been going up on Chat Trap. Sapphire, drop your Chat Trap link in the chat because she been doing crazy. And she did 1 million views this month on Chat Trap. She got a video that's almost approaching 1 million views. She doing her damn thing. There we go. I thought y'all forgot about me, man. See, yeah, I be thinking y'all be forgetting about me. But salute to Renee. I appreciate you for that 20-piece McNugget, Renee. Salute to you. Salute. I thought y'all forgot about me. We 20 away from 200, man. Can we get 200 tonight? Can we get a 20-piece on the screen to get $200 tonight, man? I just want to see if we can get 200 on this stream, man. I'm just trying to see something. You ever seen the weird creature that washed up on shore on the beach in Australia that came from? No, I haven't seen it. Send it to me. I haven't seen it. I got a feeling we finna get a lot of crazy shit since Sapphire brought this Antarctica shit up. Sapphire done started an Antarctica discussion in this damn chat. But yeah, y'all subscribe to Chat Trap Official. Salute to Sapphire. She going up over there. She doing hella numbers. Man, I'm talking about she doing crazy numbers over there. So y'all go subscribe to her. She be dropping hella content about some dope shit. So subscribe to her, man. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure y'all all go over there to Chat Trap. She got almost 8,000 subscribers now. She going up, man. I don't know how many members of the gang over there, but she just been going up on her own, man. She got her own fans over there. So salute to Sapphire, man. She doing her thing. She finna approach 8,000. See if y'all can get her up to 8,000 tonight, man. Do that for me. If you Ratchet Gang, go subscribe to Chat Trap Official. Go subscribe to that channel right there that's in the chat. Chat Trap Official. If you real Ratchet Gang, do that for me. Only if you Ratchet Gang. If you're not, fuck you. I was watching Sapphire cooking the other day. I was about to ask for a plate. Salute Crystal Cove. You already know you can get a plate, Crystal Cove. You know you family over here. So you can get a plate whenever you ready. We got you. But now she got a cooking channel too. That's under her channel she on right now, Sapphire's Cocina. That's her cooking channel. So make sure y'all check that channel out too as well. She'll be doing her cooking thing too. I think she's dropping another video tomorrow. Chat Trap and Sapphire's Cosina. Yo, those are both of her channels. So yeah, salute to her, bro. To subscribe. Yeah, make sure y'all all go subscribe to Sapphire, man. I want the gang to go over there and get her up to 8,000 subscribers, man. Get her up to that 8,000. All right. Well, we 20 away from 200. If y'all want to support. If not, you know, it is what it is. I ain't doing no tripping. I love y'all anyway. You know what I'm talking about? That's where I keep a lot of things in Antarctica where people can't get into certain areas. Yeah, they guard a lot of secrets in Alaska and Antarctica, a lot of stuff. My wife and I subscribe. Salute, Laquan. I appreciate you. Keep dropping that chat trap link for me, y'all. Keep dropping that chat trap link so they can get to the channel. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me pin it to the top of the chat. Let me, okay, here we go right here. My bad. Hold on. Yeah, here you go right here. Godson drop. I'm gonna give y'all the link right here. Godson just dropped it. Hold on. All right. Man. I keep on clicking damn. All right, there we go. Pin to the top of the chat. All right, there we go. Go hit that link right there. I just pinned. I want all the Ratchet gang to get over there. Subscribe to Chat Trap. Get her up to 8,000 subscribers. Y'all know how we get down over here. Y'all already know Big Ratchet. I'm finna get the fuck up out of here, man. I'm hungry, man. I gotta give me something to eat, man. I gotta get the fuck up off here, man. No talking about. Sapphire, get my plate ready. No talking about. Hey, nah, we finna get the fuck up out of here, gang. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We love y'all. You know what it is, Ratchet gang. And we finna get the fuck up out of here. I love y'all.
Smoking on the drove, young J.R. Ewing, pimping for my paper, and I'm looking for the chewing. Bitch, I got the flu, what the fuck I gotta do? Sipping pop pills, smoke good and bass proof. Two pussy niggas acting all brand new. When they get some money, that's the fuck boys do. I ride in the side, get high in the side, flip on the drain and get pretty good mind. From the beats up in holes with a mind full of gold. She playing with her nose, but she suck a mean cold. I can't keep a line like a ghetto ass bitch. Just dying for a daddy, ain't scared to break a trick. A yellow ass switching fast, sucking while I'm frustrated bass in the six, breaking bricks, ballin' in the fucking mix. PMC bitch, you can't act like you don't know. Get down on your knees like a top-notch hoe.
Feeling free, just like Elon parked a Tesla. You ain't got no motion, you can't stand up in my session. I said, Carisha, please, cause she too messy. Bitch, fuck my dog behind my back, but I ain't stressing. You wanted the game, you should've just said it, we would've blessed it. That shit got messy. Smoking exotic shit, with an exotic bitch. Thinking I'm bringing all kind of narcotics with me. Got guns on the table, I'm like, who fighting still? This bitch got past security, I'm like, who let her in?
That broke bitch in, cause she too messy. Who the fuck them broke boys with? Get out my section. Get out my section. I pull the muscle, goddamn, too much flexion. Damn, caught them in traffic on the accident, we pressin'. Got them. Smoking Zaza every second, I be stretching. If they ain't tryna beat them, fuck it, won't you stretch them? Do that. They wipe his nose for that tissue, God bless them. Wipe it. I dropped the 4 perp, I call that shit Chris Webber. Drink. They wipe his nose for that tissue, God bless them. Wipe it. I dropped the 4 perp, I call that shit Chris Webber. Drink.
I'm the honcho, bitch, I'm about my cheddar. Little hoe keep going outside, little bitch do better.